Exploring the genetics of athletes and doping. Title: Exploring the genetics of athletes and doping. Introduction. Sports and athletic competition have always been an arena where human physical performance is pushed to its limits. Athletes are constantly seeking ways to enhance their capabilities and gain a competitive edge. This article aims to explore the genetics of athletes and the ramifications of doping, providing a comprehensive understanding of this controversial topic. Genetics and athletic performance. Genetics plays a significant role in determining an individual's athletic performance. Endurance athletes. One gene that has garnered considerable attention when it comes to endurance is the ACE gene, which encodes an enzyme involved in the regulation of blood pressure. The presence of a specific variant of this gene, the ACE allele, has been linked to superior endurance performance in sports such as long-distance running or cycling. Studies have shown that elite endurance athletes are more likely to possess this variant compared to the general population. Power and speed athletes. In contrast, power and speed-based sports, such as sprinting or weightlifting, have been associated with variations in genes related to muscle growth and strength. For example, the actin-3 gene encodes a protein found exclusively in fast-twitch muscle fibers, which are responsible for explosive movements. The presence of the actin-3 R577X variant has been linked to enhanced performance in power and speed-based sports. Team sports. In team sports like football or basketball, genetic factors such as height and limb length may confer advantages. Certain genes, such as those involved in growth hormone regulation during development, may influence an individual's height, which can be advantageous in sports where height is crucial. The links between genetics, doping, and performance enhancement. While understanding how genetics contributes to athletic performance is essential, it also raises ethical implications regarding performance-enhancing practices, including doping. In recent years, use of prohibited substances and techniques to enhance athletic performance has become a prevailing issue in the sporting world. Gene doping. With the increasing knowledge of genetic variations associated with athletic performance, the concept of gene doping has emerged. Gene doping involves manipulating an individual's genetic makeup to non-specific physical traits, potentially resulting in improved athletic performance. This practice, though not yet prevalent, poses a severe threat to the integrity of sports and presents challenges for anti-doping organizations. Doping and ethics. Doping has long been considered unethical and contradictory to the principles of fair play in sports. Athletes who resort to doping gain an unfair advantage over their competitors, which undermines the essence of true athletic competition. Genetic factors also come into play here, as certain genetic variations may make individuals more prone to doping or susceptible to its effects. Detection and prevention. Detecting the use of performance-enhancing substances is an ongoing challenge for anti-doping organizations. However, genetic testing could potentially aid in the identification of athletes involved in doping practices. By analyzing an athlete's genetic profile or looking for specific genetic markers associated with doping, testing protocols could become more effective in capturing dopers. The influence of genetics on athletic performance is a fascinating area of study that has gained significant attention in recent years. Research has shown that specific genetic variations can impact an individual's abilities in different sports and activities. For instance, the ACE gene, which regulates blood pressure, has been linked to superior endurance performance in sports like long distance, running or cycling. On the other hand, genes related to muscle growth and strength, such as the actin-3 gene, have been associated with enhanced performance in power and speed-based sports like sprint or weightlifting. Moreover, genetic factors like height and limb length may confer advantages in team sports such as football or basketball. While understanding these genetic influences is important, it also raises ethical concerns regarding doping, which involves the use of prohibited substances or techniques to enhance performance. With the emerging concept of gene doping, where an individual's genetic makeup is manipulated to enhance specific physical traits, the integrity of sports is at risk. Doping has long been considered unethical and goes against the principles of fair play in sports. Athletes who resort to doping gain an unfair advantage over their competitors, which undermines the true spirit of athletic competition. In this context, certain genetic variations may make individuals more susceptible to doping or its effects. Efforts to detect and prevent doping are ongoing challenges for anti-doping organizations. Genetic testing presents a potential avenue for identifying athletes involved in doping practices. By analyzing an athlete's genetic profile or searching for specific genetic markers associated with doping, testing protocols could become more effective in capturing dopers. Through extensive research, scientists have uncovered numerous genetic variations that are linked to athletic performance. These findings shed light on the relationship between genetics, athleticism, and the controversial issue of doping. By understanding the genetic basis of athleticism, we can gain a comprehensive understanding of the topic and its implications. One area of focus is the role of genetics in endurance athletes. The ACE gene, which encodes an enzyme that regulates blood pressure, is particularly important in this regard. Research has shown that individuals with a specific variant of this gene, known as the ACE allele, have a greater potential for excelling in endurance sports like long-distance running or cycling. Elite endurance athletes are more likely to possess this variant compared to the general population. In contrast, power and speed-based sports, such as sprinting or weightlifting, are associated with genetic variations related to muscle growth and strength. The actin-3 gene is of particular interest in this context, as it encodes a protein found exclusively in fast-twitch muscle fibers responsible for explosive movements. The presence of the actin-3 R577X variant has been linked to enhanced performance in power and speed-based sports. Furthermore, genetics may also influence an individual's abilities in team sports like football or basketball. Factors such as height and limb length have been found to play a role in these sports. Certain genes involved in growth hormone regulation during development can impact an individual's height, which may confer advantages in sports where height is crucial.